This is One on One. We're here in Atlantic City at Convention Hall. That's the 163rd Annual New Jersey Education Association Convention with the folks at Classroom Close-Up. Wanda, let me ask you something. You just told me, and it's got to be, it can't be true. How many years have you been doing this?
23 years, 23 wonderful years.
By the way, we've been partnering with the NJEA and featuring Classroom Close-Up, not just the video production from in the field, but the educators who, in fact, are profiled in the series for many, many years now. For those who don't know the series that is shown on NJTV, the public television station in the state, what is it?
Our focus is the great things that are happening in the New Jersey public schools. So we do everything from math and science and STEM and STEAM and music and you name it, we do stories. We feature support personnel and the things that they do and what they contribute to the school community, and everything you can think of we've done stories on over the 23 years. There are some amazing things happening in our New Jersey public schools.
There have been times I've interviewed educators, and I don't watch the Classroom Close-Up stories before I see them in the studio by design, frankly, Wanda, because I want to react to them. And they are incredibly powerful and emotional, and they're actually hard to pick up the interview after that. Do you have the same feeling sometimes when the story is told and you realize how emotional they really are?
You know, it's funny when we're there, sometimes when we're doing interviews, they start crying, I start crying, and then after they see the story put together, the 5-minute story put together, they get emotional because, first of all, someone's paying attention to what they're doing and acknowledging that.
Why does that matter so much to them?
They are so passionate, not about themselves, but about their students and what they can accomplish with their students. They're so proud of their students. Our educators are the most unselfish, dedicated people you can imagine, and all they care about is doing right by their students.
Let me put you on the spot. At the risk of, I don't want to create any problems with anyone else, you know where I'm going here. Give me one Classroom Close-Up story in the last few months that you say, wow, that's going to stick in my mind down the road.
Ooh, that is tough. One we did last year, it was a teacher, you interviewed him. He taught his kids how to make comic books, and it was all based on
I remember this.
Survival stories, and what do you do to survive? And those stories were gut-wrenching. We didn't share some of those stories because they were too personal. One was a child whose father beat his mother, and he wrote a comic book about it. These kids are getting survival skills, and it's creative ways to help kids not only learn, but how to cope with life and how to be better people. We've done a lot of stories. Right now, we all are thinking about bullying. Programs on bullying right now are going to be even more important than ever with the atmosphere right now. We can't
in our country.
In our country, we cannot tolerate bullying. We've got to have tolerance and understanding and patience and love for one another, whether they're Muslim or black or white or Hispanic and we've got a lot of
women.
Or women, and we've got a lot of immigrants in this state. A lot of them. We've done stories on immigrants. It's just, New Jersey is the perfect place to see all of the diversity, and we have incredible programs in the schools to teach tolerance and diversity.
Final question. What would you say you're most proud of after 23 years of doing this? And by the way, check out those videos on the NJEA website. They never get old. One is more powerful than the next. What are you most proud of your work?
I am, the Emmys are nice and fine. I'm proud of the body of work and the stories with the thousands of stories that we've told that will live on forever. I mean, they're all digitized. People can go to them anytime, and you can see the powerful stories in our schools. We've got people from other countries, other states that watch our stories. People are inspired, and they get ideas, and they call each other, and they say, "How did you do that?" And they get grants from these stories because people are looking at these powerful stories and saying, "You need money, you need support." Share your ideas. It's just the body of work I'm so proud of.
On behalf of all of us in the public television family, well done to you, Wanda, and to your team at Classroom Close-Up.
Thank you so much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Wells Fargo, Englewood Hospital and Medical Center, Montclair State University, New Jersey Sharing Network, Verizon, and by the North Ward Center. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.